And what romantic rituals do is they keep tuning up your heart so that rather than getting frustrated and irritated with the person you're married to, you remind yourself, oh yeah, I'm in love with this person.
One of the most important and simplest ideas to have a love that lasts a lifetime is to have some romantic rituals in your relationship. Those are those simple things that you do day in and day out to keep that atmosphere of love and romance going. For example, just before you hang up the phone, always say I love you, or at the end of every text message or email, say I love you, or say I love you when you hand the car keys back and forth. It's those simple habits that add up in a big way.
And we started a romantic ritual in our relationship when we got engaged. We decided that we were going to kiss each other every time we prayed over a meal. And so anytime we were together, any meal we had, we would kiss one another. And it became this routine part of our relationship.
It's just a part of the fabric of our love life. And if we're at a big banquet, say, and our kids think that we're distracted, they'll flag us down and be like, the kiss, to make sure we remember to do the kiss.
Right. And usually we're sitting right next to each other at a meal, but sometimes we'll go out with friends and we'll be sitting across the table from each other. I'll actually get up from my chair, walk around, make sure that I give Pam a kiss before we start eating.
I mean, it's so much part of our family. We were just with our grandkids and our 4-year-old grandson. We had prayed over the meal, but he was a little distracted, and he's like, "Stop! Wait! Nobody eat!" We're like, "What, Rocco?" He's like, "Papa, kiss Nana." He was expecting the kiss.
And I'd already done it, but I thought, why not take a second opportunity?
And when our son, Zach, was first dating Kaylee, who is now his wife, we were going to meet her for the first time. So we were going to have a meal together. And Zach had told Kaylee about this romantic ritual. My parents always kiss each other after they say grace. And Kaylee said, every time.
She just couldn't believe that there were any couples out there that consistently did this type of thing. So we showed up for dinner and Zach said, "Can I pray?" We're like, "Sure, Zach, go ahead." So he prayed. I reached over and kissed Pam. And Kaylee said,
"You're right, Zach, you're right." Yeah, every time. In fact, we've been married now almost 39 years, and we haven't missed a kiss after saying grace. And it is like, you want to pass on that legacy of love, right? And so we were with our oldest son, Brock, and Hannah, as they landed from their honeymoon at the airport. We had breakfast together before they flew back east where they were going to live. And I said, "Oh, Brock, hey, you want to pray over breakfast?" And he's like, "Sure, Mom." And then he turned and he kissed Hannah. And I smiled, and Hannah said, "It's a Farrel tradition," passing that legacy of love from generation to generation.
And the power of these romantic rituals are in your commitment to them. I had a couple come to us at a conference and say, "Hey, that thing you do, kissing each other after prayer, do you do that when you're upset with each other?" And it got me thinking, yeah, it doesn't really matter how I feel at the moment. I have committed to do that. It's a commitment I made, not a convenience I'm trying to work into my life.
It's hard to stay angry at somebody that you kiss that much.
And what romantic rituals do is they keep tuning up your heart so that rather than getting frustrated and irritated with the person you're married to, you remind yourself, oh yeah, I'm in love with this person.
But one of our favorite examples of a romantic ritual was it's a Canadian couple, and we were on a cruise with Ron and Ann Maines when this story was shared, and we just love it. One of the women said, "My dad has been, he was really sick, and he was on hospice care, and my parents, they early on, when they were newlyweds, they decided that they wanted a way to say I love you, but without any words. And so they would simply hold hands and squeeze 3 times. I love you. And you might be walking with Nana and Papa and they would squeeze your hand 3 times, I love you. Or maybe a family saying grace, and at the end of grace, squeeze 3 times, I love you. Or you might catch them at church squeezing 3 times, I love you. It was so much a part of their family. She said at the end of my dad's life, and he had been on hospice, he hadn't been talking for a couple of weeks. And she said, I was standing in the doorway and my sweet mom was next to my dad's side where she had been. And with his last breath, Dad reached across that hospital sheet and picked up the hand of the woman he had loved for a lifetime and simply squeezed 3 times, I love you. So pick up the hand of your love of your life right now and squeeze 3 times. I love you.